Everybody has a story, but not everybody tells the truth about it. This is the Untold Truth, a space where we talk about the things people avoid: trauma, pressure, pain, healing, and growth. The real conversations behind the highlight reels. Because healing doesn't start with pretending, it starts with honesty. And when you're ready to speak, your truth deserves to be heard. Welcome back to the Untold Truth. I'm your host, Joshua Brinkley. As today I have Ryan Burnett with me. What's going on, bro?
Brother, how you doing? Good to see you.
You always, sir. Always, sir. So you know how we do it. We're gonna jump right into this bio. Ryan Burnett was raised in a single-parent household where he watched his mother work multiple jobs to provide stability and opportunity. By 8th grade, basketball became more than a game for him. It became his purpose. A 6'4", smooth left-handed wing known as the Midrange King, Ryan built his reputation on elite pull-up shooting, attacking downhill, and high basketball IQ. After starting his varsity career at Hermitage High School, he transferred to Benedictine High School, where he played a key role in winning the 2011 state championship. As a senior, he averaged 17 points and 6 rebounds per game and was named a 2012 804 All-Metro team. He was also ranked the number 6 small forward in Virginia's class of 2012 and a top 20 overall player in the state. Ryan went on to play Division I basketball at Stony Brook University before transferring to Columbus State University, where he helped lead the team to a top 25 national ranking and an NCAA tournament appearance. After college, Ryan Burnett played professionally overseas in Germany and Spain, averaging 21.5 points per game in Germany and 15 points per game in Spain. From state championship to international professional, Ryan's journey reflects resilience, discipline, and relentless pursuit of growth.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Yes, sir. Salute to that, bro. Appreciate
Words
it.
and words.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming today, man. Ryan Burnett, he's a younger cat that kind of, I guess watched me grow up playing the game. And for me, when I hear younger folk come back to me and say, "Hey, I watched you growing up, bro."
Yeah.
That's always a cool thing to witness and experience. But first things first, man. I'm gonna ask you where you from, your background, what's going on.
Yeah.
Where you from? What part of town you from?
Yeah. Before I even get into that, bro, let me piggyback on you. You were a senior at Douglas Spring while I was a freshman at Hermitage.
Okay.
And you were one of the guys that being a senior, one of the best players in the city, in the league that we played in high school, but in state. Top 100, it gave me an idea of what I would be by the time I was a senior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing you, the way you bully my teammates, you dunk on my team at part of the reason why I left.
Yeah.
Hermitage.
Yeah.
But you were one of the top 5 guys that I'm like, yo, by the time I'm a senior, I want to have that cachet, that confidence, that player of the year type mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when I stepped on the court as a freshman, we played against Freedom, and I saw you. I'm like, well, this is the finished product. This is how it should be.
Yeah.
You know, right? So salute to you and helping me having that vision. Because without that vision, it's like you always want to see guys before you. What do they do?
Yeah.
What was their journey like?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now fast forward to now, we grown men.
Yeah.
We become close.
Right.
You know, and now having your story, hearing your story, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's helped me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the invite, bro.
Yeah,
For sure.
No doubt.
So,
bro.
So I grew up here in Richmond. I was really born in New Jersey.
Okay.
But I moved here at a young age. Grew up here on the West End of Richmond, of course. You know, my mom was a single parent. She worked 3 jobs to take care of me. And I use basketball to get around, bro.
Yeah.
I think any kid that grew up in a single parent household, no father around, it's like, you know, a lot of kids suffer from what's next for them.
Yeah.
You know, why are my parents not together?
Right.
I never had that issue. I never wondered why my father wasn't around.
Mhm.
But I tell you, Josh, it never bothered me, bro, because I knew that at a young age, I started playing basketball when I was like maybe 5 or 6 years old.
Okay.
And I instantly fell in love with the game. I think my mom bought me a Fisher-Price hoop at Toys R Us.
Oh, yeah?
The little hoop.
Yeah.
I remember what I'm saying. Yeah. And it took off, bro. And I knew that, you know, she always kept me around the game. you know, she would take me to the park at a young age.
Yeah.
Like she would go walking on her daily walks,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be a basketball court at that same park.
Yeah.
And I just be shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We're just like that.
yeah, like it's just at a young age. And I felt that I love the game. You know, NBA for playing NBA Live, NBA 2K on the Sega Genesis and the Sega Dreamcast. If you remember that,
You throwing it back.
but is this stuff like that growing up? You know, seeing idols like this is like early 2000s. This is like when AI, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady and Steve Francis and Obi. These are guys that like as a young kid when you grow up and you see them on TV. I want to be that. I want to be close to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, bro, yeah, growing up here in Richmond is something that, this knowing the city, knowing a lot of people, not just in Richmond, but up and down the East Coast, the state, it helped me in every way. But I thank God for basketball because it allowed me to stay focused on what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And obviously, like I said, I see my mom do a lot for me. And I wouldn't say I took the game serious when I got to middle school.
Yeah.
Or when I say 8th grade, I would say 8th grade, we were undefeated my 8th grade. I went to Brooklyn Middle School and we were undefeated. I think we were like 10-0 or something like that.
Okay.
And that's when I knew, like, it's up.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Well, one thing that I'm finding from interviewing, basketball guys, especially, big names in Richmond, is the work ethic.
Yeah.
And is for whatever reason, the guys that come out of Richmond got a little chip on their shoulder.
yeah,
And that it just reminds me of myself. And the thing about, despite where you come from, despite what has happened to you, it's that grit.
yeah.
You
gotta have it.
yeah, you gotta have it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about going from middle school to high school.
Yeah.
Tell me about that transition.
Yeah. I mean, going into high school, I would say going into high school, a lot of people knew at that point how serious I was about the game. But right, I remember that the high school coach at the time at Hermitage, she would come to our middle school game. Right. So when I got to Hermitage, she already knew like this freshman kid, he can play.
But
You know, and the transition for me was just strength. Obviously, freshman strength, the game is faster, playing with bigger guys, the system is different.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm playing against guys that I don't say older than me, but yes, they're older than me.
Yeah.
They're way older than me. So I don't say that. But the transition maybe in the first year was different. I started varsity. I played varsity, didn't start. I started maybe a few games, but it allowed me my freshman year to understand what I want to be. That's when I saw you. I saw other guys. You seen that John Marshall was in that league, right?
Travis McCall.
Travis McCall was in that league. You had Petersburg High School. You just had guys that when you get to high school and you're playing varsity, you want to be good.
Yeah.
You always study who came before you.
Correct.
Right?
That's how the game
should be. Like, okay, who's good?
Correct.
I remember growing up, like when I was in middle school, my mom would take me to a lot of high school games.
Yeah.
She would take me to Holland Springs to see guys over there play.
Yeah.
She would take me to LC Bird to see, Tyrese Rice play.
Tyrese Rice, yeah.
Right? She took me to Benedictine.
Yeah.
Right? That's a whole nother story. It didn't sound like that's what I saw, and I'm like, that's what I want to be.
Right.
So the transition from 8th grade to freshman into high school, I think some freshmen they figure out early, some don't. For me, I had to figure it out, how to get stronger, how to work on my ball handling. I had to just be mentally tough. I didn't have that mental toughness to be a dog on the court, like to command that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every player got to learn that.
Yeah. At some point.
By going through some struggle, by getting beat, by just things happening on the basketball court for you to know that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and previously before we started recording, you kind of dropped something on me that I didn't even know about you. And before we continue to go on into the high school segment, tell me about like not having a father growing up. How did that?
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, bro. This is me. It never affected me. I never really asked questions. I knew there was something wrong, but I'll tell you this, and this is deep. I would see my teammates with their mom and dad. Like when I was playing AAU, some of my teams had their parents around it. Their mom and their dad at the game, siblings at the game. And for me, it never bothered me, but I always knew in the back of my mind something wasn't right. But I can't speak for for other guys. I tell guys all the time that I know, young guys that I talk to that don't have their fathers around like that or in and out their lives.
Yeah.
Don't use that as a crutch not to be great.
Right. Correct.
There's a lot of NBA players. We see LeBron and those
Right. Yeah.
greatest player in the world,
Exactly.
right? Well, there's a lot of NBA players. A lot of guys like that. Their family dynamic is off. You can still be great.
It still be great.
Use that as a crutch.
Correct.
Use that as something that's going to motivate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you become a father, when you become a husband, you know what's up.
You know,
You've been through it already.
Yeah.
Right. When me and my lady, when we have our first child, our second child, when we have kids in general, I've been through this fire already. But you know what I'm saying? Like I would know how to teach my kids on that, especially my son, how to be a father, you know, how to be a husband.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, never really affected me. I just use it as motivation, bro. Because I knew that regardless of, you know, because fathers are important. I do see the value that, of course, we men, we want to have kids and be in our kids' lives.
Yeah.
And I think if I were to have my father in my life playing basketball, it would have taught me things as a man, but as a basketball player earlier, like how to be tough.
A little bit earlier. Yeah.
How to be mentally tough, how to go through things. Right. How to certain situations in my life through high school, personal life, how to maneuver through that.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's something we had to learn.
Experience. Just through experience.
Mess it up. Really bad.
And guess what? Not sometimes, I would venture to say 100% of the time.
I'm saying, yeah,
That's the best way to learn it.
100%, bro.
You know,
Experience is everything.
Yeah.
So that's the bulk of it. You know, in that regard, bro.
Okay. Based upon that answer, and so many things that I was thinking about, but I've gotten into conversations with people who are parents, and I'm not a parent.
I'm not either.
Yeah, exactly. And they love to say, for whatever reason, "Oh, you don't know what it feels like to be a parent." You're right, I don't. What I do know is responsibility.
Yes.
What I do know is I've been taking care of my dogs for I mean, obviously, him and the dog every day, but I do have a business.
It's a version of it.
It's a version of it.
Yeah.
It's called responsibility. It's called them before me.
Right.
My business come over quite frankly, over my marriage.
Sure.
You know, because that's what keeps my pockets full. You know. But when talking about like family dynamic like that, you're 100% correct. You know, a lot of guys in the NBA, a lot of successful people, it didn't take for them to have a father.
Yeah.
You know, it took for them to go through an experience to understand, like, okay, this is how this works.
Yeah.
You know, so I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. And it matters. I mean, I think about how you talk about how business, your family, that we all want that.
Yeah.
I think every man in the world, we want love, we want companion, we want business, we want gratification. We want good health, we want good food, we want shelter. That all matters. And I think when it comes to family dynamics, like I said, I know it's this thing out here in America where a lot, especially in the Black community, a lot of kids are being born out of wedlock.
Correct.
Right. With no fathers, single parent moms, single parent fathers, no marriage. But I think for any young guy that I talk to, any person that I talk to, it's not your fault, but you don't have to be that sadistic.
Yeah, exactly.
In job, in corporate, in sports, use that as motivation. Right. And I would tell any guy that, and plus it helps you.
It helps you.
Compared to kids, like guys that I grew up with that had their parents. I don't say they were spoiled you, but they had more support. Now I use it. I'm about to get this. I need that. I'm hungry.
Hey, look, time out.
I'm hungry.
Hey, look, if I see, you know what I usually do? If I see your parents in
the stands, bro,
it's my mom over there, man, it used to piss me off.
What?
Bro, I'm about to bust your ass.
I'm crazy late, bro. You about to get this. Cause I really, and I'm not putting that down because it's like we all want that. But when you come from seeing one parent struggle for you to succeed, I mean, 3 jobs, buying me stuff for basketball, she didn't have the money.
They had the money to do it.
I'm like, yo, this is it. This is what I got. Right. Even if I don't make it as far to the league or man, I'm gonna take this thing far. So I'm gonna about it. I'm gonna do some having for myself and make it proud that that you know I'm
all that hard work.
Exactly.
So that's great. So are you the only child, or?
I have 2 older brothers. I have a older brother that's 10 years older than me. My other brother, my half brother, he's in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay,
close with them both. I'm the most athletic. I'm the most put together. So they don't watch it, be like, all right, this that's stupid. But But yeah, like even my older brothers, as much as they're proud of me, because my older brother was here in Richmond. He used to take me to the park when I was young as well.
Yeah.
But he knew how serious I was with basketball. I think he's part of the reason why I play basketball as well. Cause he used to have the Michael Jordan jerseys. You had the magazines, Chicago Bulls in the 90s, hot of course.
Yeah.
Used to have all the video games. So, growing up, he used to take me to the park from time to time, but it was just one of those things where I just knew like this is what I wanted to do. But I didn't take it super serious until I got to 8th grade.
Okay.
I think once we went undefeated, my 8th grade at middle school, at Brooklyn Middle School where I went to, I'm like, I'm up. I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Because I knew, maybe you can relate to this, when guys get to high school, they tail off. It's personal, they're chasing females, and I get it.
Yeah.
I seen a lot of great guys that were better than me growing up, and when they got to high school,
They maxed out.
man, they fell off flat tails. That's because of just distractions.
Yeah.
You get to high school, you're in a big high school, there's a lot of distractions, bullying, there's a lot of things that happen in high school that I tell guys now, this is where these 4 years are gonna go fast. This is where you gotta stay focused.
Correct.
Because if you tripping off women now, bro, you're gonna get women they're better when they're older.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Yeah, they're more developed.
Yes.
They're
Tripping off high school, bro.
Right, bro.
Just do focus now.
Focus on yourself.
Yes.
You know?
And get to the next
Bet
level.
on yourself.
Bet on yourself.
Yeah.
And that's where it came from.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. So, speaking of your brothers, so y'all grew up together?
My older brother Andre, we have different fathers. We grew up in the same household.
Okay.
My older brother, who's a year older than me, who grew up in Brooklyn, New York, we have the same father, different moms.
Okay. I got you.
So him and I connected for the first time. Actually, I didn't know he was my brother. I didn't know I had a brother in New York, to be honest with you.
Right.
We connected about 4 or 5 years, about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And like we've been like this. Like this, yeah. You know what I mean? So he found me through talking to our father about me.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm on Google and say, yo, I got a son in Virginia. I'm like,
He's nice with it.
Get on me, you know what I mean? So, but it's good at this point now, Josh, I'll tell you, bro, like, I didn't expect to have, I think I have more siblings I don't know about. But for me, man, I'm at ease with stuff. It's not a situation where I want to know what my father's doing or I care enough. But for me, bro, you can't have hate in your heart forever.
No, you can't.
Because as man, everybody makes mistakes. They're grown.
Yeah.
I'm great in life. Man, you're great in life.
Yeah.
Things that we've been through, it taught us, how to persevere. Because if we didn't go through that, who knows what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's all in God's favor.
Yeah, for sure. 100% agree. Definitely in God's favor. And despite not having a great relationship with your father, despite issues, family issues, it seems to me like he was able to manage all of that.
Yeah. It was like I said, I just kept my head down.
Yeah.
I kept my faith up and my head down.
Yeah.
Just stay focused.
Yeah.
Because I knew my biggest motivation was to make a name for myself in some type of way. We all want to be a part of something that's winning.
Correct.
Everybody does. So for me, like I said, not having my father around, bro, it never bothered me, it never hurt me. It never I wasn't crying at night. Did I have some certain questions? Yeah. But not to the point where it hurt my self-esteem as a young man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think when you play basketball, you can use an identity.
Yeah,
People know you do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
We walk out in Richmond, go in the streets of Richmond, do something like, oh, no, Josh, man. Man, Josh was killing me, man. See, shit, we can't do nothing with it.
Yeah,
right. But it gives you a good feeling, but it attached to you.
Mm-hmm.
You just that's something you can run from.
No,
right? It's okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? At least when we had kids and our grandkids, we was nice.
Houses though.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it gives you that attachment, bro. It gives you that identity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It does, and it's kind of why I moved to Ashland.
Yeah.
Because at some point, I'm out in Richmond. At some point, somebody's gonna walk up to me.
They're gonna see, bro. You just 6'7", 200+. Yeah, it is something.
Exactly. going back to the high school segment, where did you get the Midrange King nickname?
Good question. No, good question, bro. So I didn't fully develop a mid-range until like my sophomore year of high school at Hermitage.
Okay.
I remember seeing, this is a backstory that he doesn't know about. He probably watched this.
Yeah.
You know Daniel Brothers.
Yeah.
Now, long story short, my mom took me to a Benedictine game versus y'all.
Okay.
He did the Seagull Center. We talked about
Yeah,
it.
we did. We did.
It was Ed Davis, Eric Moody. These are all my brothers in the
I
state.
cranked on Ed that game.
Yeah, I know. And I was sitting front row.
Yeah.
And I did Richmond time dispatch game.
Everything top of spec.
Yes. It was Ed Davis, Eric Moody, RJ. These are all my brothers to this day.
Yeah, yeah.
Bradford Burgess and Darian Bruff.
The fucking squad.
Freight. Like, these are all my brothers to this day. Love
Yeah.
it. That.
Mhm.
And I seen Darian Brothers. This is the first time you think of CJ McCullum, right? Just smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, like just off the bounce into the midi, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Darian Brothers was the first guy I saw with an automatic 15-footer.
Yeah. Automatic.
Automatic, bro. And knowing him now, playing with him now, playing against him growing up, working out with him,
Yeah, yeah.
I can see how great he was at shooting the ball, especially from 15 feet and beyond.
Yeah.
So the next day, after I saw y'all play against Benedictine, I went to the gym the next day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Worked that shit. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, bro, it's been my identity. Like when I see guys like SGA, when I see guys like Devin Booker, Kevin Durant,
Yeah.
Kawhi,
Yeah.
when I see guys shoot the mid-range,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a different game.
it's just a different, and I know analytics messed it up. Analytics, the mid-range, Mike D'Antoni
Yeah.
from the Houston Rockets, when he was coaching James Harden on CP3, those guys, it was 3 or nothing.
It's 3 or nothing, man. That's not basketball.
It's not basketball.
Yeah.
If you watch basketball with your eye, the eye game,
Yeah.
the mid-range keeps you honest.
It does. It's
right.
really
I mean, if somebody runs out, run out to you.
Yeah. I'm at the rim.
I'm at the rim.
Yeah.
No, stop and pop.
Oh, stop. Yeah.
So that's where it came from, bro. And it's something that I always worked on. I think my mid-range, anyone that know me, it became stronger than my three-point shot. But it's something that I knew if I can become good at off the bounce, getting to the 15-footer, it keeps my game honest, but it keeps defenders on their heel.
It does.
And
You don't know what to do.
you don't know what to do. Yeah. And I'm blessed to have it because having that I got that name. Somebody gave me that name. I forgot who gave me that name. It might have been my trainer, Jay Coleman out in Raleigh, but we used to work on that.
Okay.
And we shot about maybe 400 to 500 mid-range shots
Crazy.
probably per workout, probably a little less, but it was a good honey.
Yeah. That's work.
And that's all I worked on
Yeah.
to this day.
Yeah.
So that's where it came from, bro. From sophomore, junior, and senior year. It's something that I knew if I can perfect, it opens up the game for me to do other things.
Yeah. So when did you like super develop? Like when was that super developed?
Yeah, I was in my senior year.
I'm saying
High school.
high school.
Yeah, because I got stronger. Ball handling, it helps me have some ball handling behind it.
Yeah.
But my senior year and beyond, that's when I really took off.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a good feeling because I know that the mid range is lost. Like I said, when the NBA guys that I was named, when you see them shoot it, it's refreshing because it is a good shot.
It is.
It's not a bad shot at all.
It's open. It's open.
Right? We got guys in the shooting threes. They shouldn't be shooting threes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's either a 3 or all the way to the rim.
Yeah.
You can stop and pop. You can make something happen off the bounce to the shot. We see
Yeah.
Shea, SGA do it.
They do all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's great at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's something that if I went out when I talk to guys about working out, when I look at guys film, I'm like, yo, you can stop and pop right there.
Yeah.
There's plenty of options.
Okay.
They backing up.
Yeah.
You going full head of steam at them?
Yeah.
Stop and pop.
Yeah. One thing about the mid range, I was a big man that couldn't shoot a lick.
Yeah.
I get hit the 15-footer or what have you, but once I got to college, I realized I had to do that.
Yeah.
At the other side, on the side of the
Absolutely.
okay. So, when you run out and I shoot that joint, and they go in, now you gotta respect it.
Yeah.
A
will.
bit. Yeah. Run out again.
Everybody.
I'm value.
Yeah. No, facts, bro. It just the game's a shooter's game now.
It is, yeah.
Curry, that Golden State team, Clay, they changed the game where you have to. I mean, we got 5 men shooting the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Big man, like
Crazy.
the big man, like back to the basket.
That's done. That's
rare.
Yeah. Yeah, the game has definitely changed nowadays, and you know, I like watching. I'm an NBA fan, but sometimes it is hard to watch.
It's it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so speaking of like your game, you mentioned the you know, having a little bit of ball handle. I remember you having that. You know,
Yeah.
to get into
You got to get to it.
you got to get into it.
Yeah.
Did you ever see yourself having an advantage being left-handed versus
For sure.
right-handed? Did you?
Lefties are hard to guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking about this other day where one of my homeboys is that when a player who's left-handed, he's staying left.
Mhm.
Think about it. When
Yeah.
he goes left, he going
You
left.
go left, yeah.
You think about guys like Julius Randle or RJ Barry.
Yeah.
When they go left, they
Yeah.
staying left.
Yeah.
They go right,
Yeah.
they coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Or Zebo.
yeah, it's perfect, right? Yeah. So yeah, having the advantage of being left-handed, yeah, it's unique. You think about Mono, Ginobili,
Mm-hmm.
guys like that, that it makes you a unique player. Yeah, it's not a lot of left-handed players playing basketball.
Yeah.
Not only much people are right-handed,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, but it allows you to have to work on your right hand. 'Cause,
Right.
you know, you see people in coverage and defense, people guarding you, trying to send you right.
Yeah.
I seen that so much growing up in my life. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna go right.
Go right.
Right there. And then I'm gonna guess. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. Like you just I don't get yeah, like you see a whole bunch of coverages. Send them right, send them right. I remember one game, the whole team's yelling out, send them right. From the bench, the coach is like to throw me off,
Yeah.
knowing that I'm not worried about that. This is I know it.
Yeah. In fact, if you know basketball, going right with your with the left,
You actually was telling me right to it. Yes. Left-handed players shoot better going right.
yeah, but it's
Right.
you do it actually for some luck.
Yes. I shoot better going right than I going left because when it's in your left hand, you got to turn your paw and line it up to the rim.
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, being left-handed helped, bro. It made it hard to guard for people to guard me in that regard. But just being able to get downhill and have a unique style of play. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing you play a couple of times, and you remind me of like some of your dribbling reminds me of James Harden. You know, that low to the ground that they getting up into the shot. Sure, you know, very unique type of style of play. What did winning the state championship mean for you?
It was good, man. My junior year, we had a great team that year. And for me, Josh, it was a confidence booster because I was my first year. So after my sophomore year at Hermitage, I transferred to Benedictine High School.
Mhm.
And at that time, we were a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I mean, from Ed all the way down. Ed Davis all the way down. And for me, I'll tell you this, when I first got to Benedictine, it was an adjustment because at the time it was an all-boys private military school, Catholic school, by the way.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? So you go from public school to
Yeah, that's
private
that's
school.
a still transition,
Right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, but my first year, my junior, when we won the state championship, it did build my confidence because a lot of guys on that team were seniors. And then I knew seeing my senior year open up the door for me.
Okay.
So that summer going in, man, I was on a mission, you know. And for me, bro, it helped a lot because it allowed me just like how your senior year, you were just him.
Yeah, yeah.
My senior, that's what I felt like going in.
Yeah.
Right. That this is it.
Yeah. And then you won the championship. That's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So for me, man, I worked on a lot that summer. But my junior year, playing with guys, because when I transferred from Hermitage and we weren't that good, we made like 500 team to Benedictine where we're ranked in the state.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing people like Oak Hill and Demaca and all the the high level, the high level public private schools in the state.
Yeah.
It expands you.
Yeah.
You know,
It does.
so
Yeah.
it gives you all exposure too,
Mhm.
right? So, and I appreciate that because if I believe if I didn't transfer to Benedictine, not to say I wouldn't get to the next level, but I wouldn't have had that fervor. I wouldn't have had that push,
Yeah.
right? Because it helps me around good guys that can play,
Yeah.
that can push you.
Yeah.
You know, I was around. I got Mike Benedict, Trey Davis, you all my brothers to this day.
Yeah.
Jordan Burgess, Jalen Hudson, LT Gill.
Yeah.
These are all my brothers, and it's like they were good,
Yeah.
right? And they were just like me. They want to get to the next level.
Mhm.
So us banding together and winning that state championship, it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Going forward after that.
Yeah. Yeah. I that reminds me of, you know, Because my senior year, I could have went to Petersburg.
You told me that.
Yeah, I told you.
That would have been right there. That would have been crazy.
I should have seen those for Darren Race, Miss Evans,
Well,
Dubai Maxwell, and it would have been an automatic.
it would have been child.
Yeah, but I chose the other route.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I think both ways made sense for what we was doing. Winning the state championship in high schools.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
It's
hard to do, especially back then.
Yeah.
My opinion.
No. I agree.
Because you had some hoopers. I mean, public school. I think the talent was spread it out in public school back when you and I were playing, because you had players at all different schools.
Mhm.
Some were better than others.
Yeah.
Nowadays, respectfully, it sounds like it's one high school.
Well,
We know what it is.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, John Marshall.
No, Petersburg.
Oh, Petersburg.
Petersburg.
I
Actually,
got
you know what I'm saying? And not for the most. There's different divisions, of course.
Yeah.
But when you talk about talent in one, in my opinion, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, it's just them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
John Marshall, ain't John Marshall pretty good this year?
or I believe so. I went to one game. And heck,
They in Petersburg.
they're not PC. Like no. But when we were coming up, it was spread it out. Petersburg was good. John Marshall was good. Y'all were good.
Mhm.
Who else? Meadowbrook had a little team.
Yeah.
I think LC Bird might have had a team.
Everybody had.
Yeah, it was spread it out to where, like, when you in the Siegel, when we get to the Siegel Center, you're gonna be playing against, at that point you're playing against real cars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the bigger thing, cars gotta fall right.
They gotta fall right. Yeah, that's what happened with Delaware when I was. And Darvison don't want it,
Yeah, they went to the tournament.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah. Did any rankings motivate you or create pressure, like your rank, like whatever you were ranked in high school?
I said big credit motivation. I wasn't ranked super high.
Yeah.
My teammate Jordan Burgess, who went to VCU, he was ranked top 100.
Yeah.
So for me, him being ranked that high and being well respected, obviously his brother went to VCU, went to Benedictine High
Yeah.
School. For me, it helped me.
Yeah.
Because I seen like the separation between me and him.
Mhm.
But as far as ranking, no, I never really cared about it, but I knew that I never cared about it, but it did build confidence that I'm something.
Yeah, but
Like I'm just not just an average player.
yeah.
But I never really cared about it because I know on the flip side, people see that and I'm like, oh, we gotta go get him.
Yeah, but
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Right. Like, when
Yeah.
you're that player, everyone knows who you are and your rank with
Mhm.
offers and all that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, let me see what you're about.
Yeah.
Right. And there's more pressure. There's more really more pressure. And what I'm seeing, and you can relate to this, bro, I think when you have the numbers and rankings, I think people hate on you more than
People coming for you.
yeah. They hate on you more than like big you up.
But yeah.
Knowing that it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
It's basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball is different than football.
But
Right. So pressure, nah, just continue to get better. Continue to keep my head down.
yeah.
And also allow me to analyze who's better than me.
But
Because I always study guys who were in the same class as me who are better than me.
okay.
I were ranked higher than me. Like, what are they doing that I'm not doing?
But yeah.
So what I found out is now that I'm older now, it's like they were either stronger than me, I had a better shot than me. It was just something that they were better than. They had something in their game made them better than me
Yeah.
at that particular time.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I'm fine with that because I use like I said, I use that as motivation.
Yeah. Because if it's a strength issue, then guess what you got to do? You got to hit the weight room.
Yeah. Then I wasn't in the weight room.
Yeah.
That's one thing. If it was certain things that I wish in high school that it'd be weight room, mental toughness, ball handling, and a 3-point shot.
Yeah.
If I had those 4 components that were better than what they were in high school, I think, in my opinion, I would have had a different journey.
Yeah. I always like to look back on my basketball career, thinking about certain things I could have done, or like I even remember growing up, I actually was dropping my tailbone.
Wow.
Yeah, and so
So when practice or in the game?
in practice, I think I was playing for Richmond, Team Richmond at that time.
Okay.
It was like when I first started playing.
Gotcha.
And so long story short, I was supposed to be 6'9".
Okay.
That's what the doctors used to. You know how you used to get for doctor. He's sick.
Yeah.
Okay. So and I actually couldn't walk for like 3-4 days.
Wow.
That's how bad it was. Yeah. My mom almost took me to the ER, but she was like, I told her like, I think it's getting better.
Yeah.
But yeah, things happen. And certain guys have different advantages or whatever. But one thing I told Tell when we had that segment, and you guys who that shit don't matter.
It don't matter.
They don't matter.
It don't matter.
As long as you put that work in.
As long as you put the work in, I think God puts everything. We're in the journey for a reason, bro. You and I talk a lot. Things that you've been through, things that I've been through, that happens for a reason. I think because who we are now, being our age, our mindset, bro. Honestly, bro, I would look at it as, man, you should thank God for it.
Yeah,
Made us stronger.
exactly.
It made us who we are.
Exactly.
All right. And I think any person, athlete, whoever you are, the journey that you have, bro, it makes you, it's supposed to happen.
It's supposed to happen.
Right?
Yeah.
Do we want it to happen? Do we want the next?
No,
No, of course not. But this life ain't roses.
yeah, exactly.
It ain't Disney World.
Yeah, it's not.
Don't let it. It's a fight out here.
Yeah. I don't know about wanting to meet a Josh that they've been through that.
Yeah, I don't want to be nobody that's successful and been through the struggle. That's not reality, even in basketball. Right? Guys that want to play basketball at the highest level, bro, it takes you years to become good.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's rare to have a guy that play varsity high school basketball 1 year and become a legend.
It's no way. Yeah. You gotta work.
You gotta work. You got some people that's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Since youth. Parks and Recs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, because you think you gonna come in, you fighting against years of experience.
Yeah, bro. My freshman year at Hermitage, I say guys were better than me, but they've been there. I had some freshmen play skinny, come in here and start.
Right. Yeah. I know how to move you.
Yeah,
certain way. Yeah, do little slick stuff that only veterans, the guys know how to do.
Right.
Yeah. So moving on to your college journey, first of all, I always try to get a read on what was it like as a guard.
Yeah.
Transitioning from playing guard in high school to college.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
It's an even bigger change, brother. You in the big leagues.
Yeah.
You got guys that been there. This is before the whole transfer thing. I had guys because I committed to Stony Brook University. At the time, they were in the American East Conference, and now they're now in the CAA conference.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I put it.
Yeah. So they want to marry. Might play Delaware. Teams like that. So they're up now.
Yeah.
But when I got there were guys that were seniors. Their guard played. That was my year. That they know the system. They know the campus.
Yeah.
They know the coach very well. Like, it's just certain things you learn, but the transition for me was very difficult. And my first year is there, I actually redshirted.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because not for anything else, because of playing time.
I got you.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna be out there.
Yeah. Right. So but redshirting definitely helps. Yeah. It allowed me to get stronger, allowed me to study the system, allowed me to my environment, campus, teammates, classmates. But I got to sit down every game, being a redshirt, and really study how college basketball is played.
Yeah.
And it helped me a lot to, into my later years of college.
Yeah.
But the transition, it was tough getting there. You got guys that are strong. You got guys that can really shoot it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it goes back to not gonna have a freshman come in and take my spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In that regard, but I appreciate those times because, like I said, that moment, even though I might have been a little unhappy because I wasn't playing, I was redshirting and I had to figure out myself and still study my teammates that are older that been there.
Yeah.
It helped me on the back end.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys don't see that. Whatever you go through now, there's this light at the end of the tunnel.
I be telling you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to hear it when we get there. Like, man, I want to hoop. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate going there because, number one, it's in New York. My fame is in New York. My people got to see me play, be around. And I appreciate that, bro, because like I said, it built me into it gave me more mental toughness than I needed.
Yeah.
It gave me more than I needed. And I learned a lot of that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, the transition from college or from high school to college for me, it was similar to because I was a center in high school.
Yeah.
I instantly became a power forward, and which is for real my position anyway.
Yeah.
But the transition from playing against somebody that's 6'3" to 6'5",
Yeah.
and now play against 6'7" and up.
Yeah.
Now there's a whole different
It's
story.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta shoot my jump hook. I'm fading away.
Yeah. You got to
Yeah,
snare on that
yeah,
bad boy.
yeah, exactly. So I definitely understand that. Elaborate more on your college experience. After you redshirted, did you go into the next season like ready to go?
Yeah, that was a
Stop
question.
starting or
Yeah, another question. So the following year, I didn't play much. And I think when I look back on it, because I was unhappy. I wasn't playing. I mean, let's face it, what it is when you in college and you're not playing. Am I good enough?
yeah,
This is the first time in my career, in my basketball life, that I'm like thinking, man, am I good enough to be here? Like, did I deserve it?
I
Like,
understand.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you really second guess yourself as a player, as a person as well. Like, man, should I be doing something else, right? So I didn't play much. We won a lot of games. We had a good team. Um, but for me, Josh, that was a moment of clarity
Yeah,
of, okay, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was.
yeah,
Like, it was very humbling.
yeah, okay, I got you.
And to fast forward into it, I appreciate it because, like I said, bro, it allowed me to understand myself as a basketball player, but as a person,
Yeah,
that you have to go through certain things to become strong. Correct. I'm not gonna blame my teammates. I'm not gonna blame my coaches. They're gonna play, but they want to play.
correct.
I'm not gonna go into the whole situation with that. Doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah,
But looking back on it now, bro, being where I am, I appreciate it because
yeah,
it made me a dog. It made me like,
yeah,
if I ever get a chance to play,
mhm,
man, I'm going crazy
yeah,
because I know I'm frustrated, I'm unhappy, I'm second guessing myself. But on the flip side, I put in the work to be here. Right, I'm working as hard as just as everyone else.
yeah,
In my opinion,
yeah, yeah, right, right,
you know. But I appreciate that moment because it allowed me to understand life, basketball, people,
yeah,
business. Because college basketball is a business,
yeah,
right?
it is.
And it took off from there.
Yeah. When speaking on, playing college basketball and second guessing yourself, I feel like your average college basketball player goes to that.
Yeah,
Especially if you don't come and start.
yeah, yeah.
I myself, I think I said it took me about 2 or 3 games. Probably took me about 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
To start starting. But my thing about I feel like the reason why that happened was, for one, the person in front of you won't shit.
Yeah, we all think that, like,
Yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. You think that you gonna come in? I didn't know that was gonna happen, but it happened, but for me, it was on the opposite, right? Because I was like, oh shit, I'm actually really good.
Yeah,
I'm starting as a freshman,
yeah,
and that started to that fall off
yeah, yeah,
and then next thing I know, I had to humble myself,
yeah.
I want to and bring it back in, and so,
Yeah,
but same type of mindset,
yeah,
it's the same concept, right? Because we understand that, you know, I may be struggling right now, or I may have just messed up my future in college.
yeah,
Let me fix that,
yeah,
and just understanding, like you said,
yeah.
you always got to go through something to get to where,
Always, always.
if you ain't ever been through nothing, then it's quite frankly, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's not appealing. It's not relatable.
yeah, yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect anybody that talks about basketball who's become good tell me they've been a beast, like from day one
Yeah,
to where they are now.
yeah,
Like every player that's good that's been through something, but you didn't play, you didn't play well in the game.
yeah,
You and your coach were on different, on different assignments. They just y'all weren't getting together,
right,
or communicating, whatever the case may be.
yeah,
Personal life,
yeah,
school, academics,
yeah.
whatever, bro. It's part of the journey of
But
becoming great.
yeah, this is called the UnTold Truth. So
Yeah.
Ryan told me, that he's gonna tell the truth about playing overseas.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, bro.
So tell me that.
So number one, that's all of our goals to play professional. It'll start there. It's a dream, regardless of what country, league, team you play for.
Yeah.
You want to be able to get paid for, but regardless if it's a lot or
Yeah,
it ain't no money,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So after I graduated college, my journey was different getting overseas because I'm a former Division I player playing Division II, so I had to work harder.
Oh, is that a thing?
at that time.
Oh, okay.
I know it is now.
Okay.
Because I had to go against a lot of guys because I'm the Division I guy playing Division II.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that I had to go against. For example, that summer I went to NBA Summer League.
Okay.
Like there was a lot of work. I got invited to a private workout.
Yeah.
Literally a couple streets down from where they play NBA Summer League at UNLV.
Okay.
So I did about 3 or 4 workouts. There was a couple not executives, a couple scouts there from European leagues.
Right.
So only thing to my name at the time was I was a former Division I player and I had some good stats at Division II and I won a lot of games.
Yeah.
But I had to prove myself against guys that were Division I.
Yeah. You had a
Mid-major, low major. Yeah. So long story short, ended up holding my own. So, but I had to work harder to get Division I. Compared to a guy who was 4-year starter, maybe at a mid-high level, 4-year, you don't really need to do much workouts. You can get an agent right away.
Right.
Be there 4 years.
Yeah.
You got stats, you got a film, you got wings.
So, yeah.
Right. You got a good rapport with your coach. Right.
Yeah.
So ended up things working out, ended up signing. I ended up going to Germany my first 2 years. And I played Pro B. And my first 2 years in Germany, long story short, it was different. It's a culture shock.
Yeah.
Right. And I tell you guys this, playing overseas is great, but this is the backstory. The culture, the food, the living.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't want to travel, if you're a homesick person, overseas ain't for you.
Yeah. Family, if you family oriented, stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you got a child back at home, you got a wife back at home, they'll help you out with depending on right. Depends on the league, depends on the system, right? The organization. So for me, it was a culture shock because I had to learn. I'm in Europe, right? On the flip side, I'm happy. I'm learning new culture. I'm making new friends, new connections. But on the flip side, man, I had to adjust.
Yeah.
And here's the thing they don't tell you about overseas is that the adjustment part, especially when things go bad.
Yeah.
You know, you're not playing well. They do send people home.
Yeah.
And seasons, it's a business. Middle season, they say, I don't see them again.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to be understanding of that because it is a business. Now, when you're an American player playing overseas, you got to be everything.
Yeah.
You got to be a two-way player on defense and offense.
Right.
You lose, they looking at you.
Yeah.
Right? You win, you up.
Hey, it might be his time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Right? So my first years in Germany, great experience. I actually had 2 great years there. Being able to adjust, the coaching staff, they have, translators because some coaches, depending on who your coach is, they don't speak those big. On the existing coach, you can translate what the head coach said to you.
Right.
The living situation was unique. You got to think about it, depending on where it puts you in Europe, you can be in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, dude, you got to do that. You got to deal with that for almost a year.
Yeah.
It's a season, it's a long season.
Yeah.
Right. So, like yourself too. By yourself. Yeah. Own a big that don't nobody, right? Can you walk outside and go to a restaurant or go to the grocery store? Is your teammates close by where if you don't have a car, can they pick you up and go out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that gotta line up.
Yeah.
That overseas, this is the backstory because they see what's on the court.
They see what's on the court.
They see the film.
Yeah. And mind you, when you're from Richmond, bro.
Yeah.
I don't trust nobody.
Yeah. Don't trust nobody.
Yeah. So if I walk outside, I might head on a swivel.
Yeah, of course.
So
yeah, and we like, of course,
you black.
Yeah,
You stand out.
keep it what it is.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So, my third year. So from my third year to my 5th year, I was in Spain.
Yeah.
And Spain was beautiful, bro. You think about Spain. I think of Spain as like Florida.
Okay.
Caribbean, palm trees, beaches.
That's
just the overall lifestyle is what I was looking for, and it worked out because I had 2 good years in Germany. So transferred to Germany. I played in the Lip Silver League. That's like the third division level league out in Spain, which is still good. Time to usually it's ACB. Lip gold and lip silver. Right. So for me, Josh, it those 3 years helped a lot because the first 2 years you learn, right? But you go from Germany to Spain to another culture shock, right?
Yeah.
But here's what I'm gonna tell you about overseas, and I tell guys this all the time, is that You have to understand that when you're playing overseas, you have to be good all the time.
Yeah.
And I know what guys talk about, you know, the financial part. Is what I was telling you about, that you're not going to get paid a lot your first year. It's rare.
Yeah. It's rare.
Right? I don't want guys to think that, not to say you can't, you got to be a special type of player.
But you, like you said earlier, you got to work for
You
it.
got to work for it. Now, there's guys that do 4 years of college, 2 years of college, play in the G League, maybe have a two-way contract in the NBA and they'll work at NBA, and they go to Europe and play in the Euro League. That's different.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about guys that mid-level, low level, depending on who you are, your contract, you're not going to make it. You got to work your way up. Sure that.
Yeah.
It may take you a while.
And you still might not even make
You
it.
saw you make it's like a corporate job.
Yeah.
You're gonna start off at the low level and work your way up the corporate ladder.
Yeah.
Right. So in my thought process at the time, you know, being in Spain doing 3 years there, it's like, okay, was some money growing? Yes, but it's like, do I want to do this for 10 plus years? Because I'm just like you, bro. I want to pay me. I want to be able to take my mom out. I want
To the next level.
yeah, like I just want to grow. Like if it's not growing, I need to sit here and be away from my family for
10 years.
a lot of years, right?
Yeah.
I know guys now that played some 10 plus years.
On, but I don't know how these do.
They're still going. But I know guys that are now retired that now they did 10 plus years and now they don't really stack any bread like that. Now they gotta go find a career. They gotta go start from the beginning level of a corporate job.
Yeah. Entry level
of a job, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking long term.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Smart, but you just like that. Yeah.
So overseas is great. I'm not putting down to nobody. What you and I were talking about, and I was telling you is that, do you want to do this forever if the financial part isn't where it needs to be?
Yeah. Great question.
I don't care what nobody said. I love basketball, but if basketball using me at this point,
If I'm not using it,
that's a great quote for sure.
Yeah.
So, and if you're not a traveler, if you're not a guy that don't like to travel, if you're homesick,
Yeah.
you know, if you're overseas in Europe or wherever you are and you're in the middle of nowhere, that's one thing I looked at. Like, okay, I'll sign this contract. I like what I see, but where am I staying?
Yeah.
Am I going to walk outside and see mountains
Right.
and nobody around?
Yeah.
Or am I going to walk outside and I'm going to see a city?
Yeah. That's the different part. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But for me, bro, the experience overall was amazing. And I knew since middle school, I knew I could be good enough, similar to you, bro. I knew I could be good enough to get to the next level if I really wanted to. And looking back at my career, bro, I don't look at nothing in regret. What I've been through, coaches, teammates, friends, pundits, whoever, everything happened for a reason. And I'm proud of that because it allowed me to be who I am now.
Yeah.
A lot of knowledge that you and I can share with to other guys, that guys can give to us. And that's what it's about,
Yep.
you know? And I don't think anyone should regret their journey because, like I said, like you talk about all the time, man, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Right? People need to hear it.
Yeah.
Right? We're not perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
Basketball has helped us. Yeah. And it taught us a lot of life skills.
Yeah.
But I don't regret my journey. Everything happened for a reason. As long as you go to bed at night knowing that you did what you could on and off the court, that's all you can do.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's. I mean, you said it better. Hey, Ryan Burnett. Holla at y'all later.
For sure.
But yeah, man, that's dope, man. It's always good to hear, like, the things that I say.
Yeah.
I know I ain't saying bullshit.
I know.
And it's always good to hear because, you know, certain people like to move a certain way, and I'll be trying to help them, and next thing you know, it's like I'm the bad guy at this, and it's like it's good. It's refreshing to hear that there's another successful young black man
That's what it's about, bro.
that has the same type of mind that I got,
Yeah.
and he's not too far, you know, from me. You know, he's successful. He got his masters. You know, he's doing good for himself, and that's love, bro.
And I'll tell you this, and I know I talk to guys about this all the time as well, is that your coaches, right? We all have coaches that we didn't like. And I had to realize, you guys, is that coaches, trainers, teammates, whatever the case may be, everyone is not perfect, just like in life. But what I learned about coaches that I played for, if I wasn't in agreement with them because of the system or they weren't playing me, they're not perfect. They're trying out new things. Like if I'm a coach for the first time, or I'm a coach several years in, and I'm learning my players and my system,
Yeah.
like I'm doing things that some coaches and some players and parents would agree and some won't.
Correct.
And I had to realize that as I got older, like maybe he didn't play me, or maybe I didn't play, or I did play because of the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not over all this favoritism.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You don't like us, you know.
That's it. That's the young mentality.
Yeah, it's a dumb mentality where like now that really looking at the game
Yeah.
and studying the game,
It made
it made sense.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but I had to.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Right. So I tell young guys that all the time. Yeah, they may not understand that. Hopefully they do when they get older. But it just as a man, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's like that in everything.
Yep.
You know. So any coaches I played for, trainers, whatever the case may be, that I didn't agree with, they saw something that I didn't see.
Yeah.
Rather it worked out or not.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think it never came off as I'm trying to disrespect you as a player.
Right.
Because if they wouldn't recruit me or like me to get here, they did.
Right. Yeah.
They didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So transitioning into your professionalism now. Let's talk about that. You said you got your master's. You doing your damn thing up there in DC.
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
So I work as an executive vice president for a warehouse company.
Yes.
Company called Ryan Herco Flow Solutions.
Okay.
And basically, I'm an executive looking over different buildings, sports arenas. For example, my company's behind the Washington Commanders' new stadium in DC.
Nice.
So me and a few other executives are behind that deal. We also supply the Washington Wizards, Capital One Arena.
Okay.
A few other buildings out in the DC area. But I got that job off networking, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't hold my degree.
I'm
Nothing that's my degree, none of that. So just work my way up. I'm the youngest minority in the apartment, in that department. Well, everybody's older. You know, I learn from them. They've been married, kids.
Yeah.
When they're probably be my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So real, but outside of that, bro, from time to time I do some basketball training here and there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I help guys. I watch their film. I have a lot of guys in Richmond reach out to me to help them watch film on like their overseas previous season, see what they did wrong, things of that nature, just to get another set of eyes on what's going on.
Yeah.
I got guys reach out to me about business. Me and my barber and I, we about to start up. He has a yacht that I help him. I'm gonna help him co-captain on.
Okay.
So just different venues, bro.
Yeah.
But keep my head afloat, you know. And I'll say keep my head afloat, but really flourishing, being 33, not really flourishing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And all this became from just being a networker.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Being confident, obviously back, you know, having that cachet in basketball, but being able to connect with people on business, corporate, being able to move in that direction.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think if you use basketball the right way, because I look at it that like I said, I don't want to have basketball define me. Right. I'm more than a basketball player. Like LeBron is, you know, he's more than the athlete. And I think I tell guys, bro, just don't just be a basketball player. Do other things.
Yeah.
If you don't play overseas, it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
My gosh, like I'm not saying like this is the thing, bro. There's a lot of people that's playing overseas that's making nothing.
Yeah.
People making $20 an hour. You make more than them than what they be playing overseas.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. People don't understand.
They don't understand it. It's okay. Like you know, I know it's a goal, but you are more than a basketball. You are more than an athlete. You are more than a basketball player.
Correct. Yeah.
You did what you could. You love the game.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it's every athlete is hard for us to walk away. But I think once you do, and you just you more mature, you understand there's more than life to see.
Yeah.
Do than just pick up a hoop, pick up a ball in the hoop.
Yeah. Correct.
And I'm at peace with me too.
Yeah. I'm at peace with it. I mean, obviously, we still have that urge, but
Always.
you know,
I told you, I'm gonna put a team together, bro.
yeah, hey, you let me know,
Bro, you know, put a team together. It's gonna be me, you, and a couple guys.
Yeah, let me know.
You know, I'll say we'll have to get back in shape for, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'll be going, I see some of these, you know, pro-ams and these men's leagues that I played in before, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna put my own team together. We'll slap
that. Oh,
back the shit out. Disrespectfully.
Respectfully.
But yeah, I flirt with. I still play from time to time. I got guys seeing me up, especially in the summertime when they come home.
Yeah.
But it's all fun at this point. But
Yeah, it's all fun. Yeah, and I walk that line though. Yeah, like I get out there and I think I can still do certain things. And I can.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
maybe not.
I mean, you're still in the gym.
I'm still in the.
All you gotta do is go to
Yeah.
the court.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying, just get some reps in.
Exactly. You know, and you know, like I told you earlier, it's always the after effect.
Yeah.
You know,
It always like that for us, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we felt workout for that for the first week.
Yeah,
It'll wear off.
it'll wear
You know
on.
what I'm saying? You just got, you just got to fight through
We gotta fight through that.
the soreness,
Yeah,
and you get to go. So I say if I get back in shape routine about a month,
yeah. Okay.
if I go hard every day for a month,
Yeah.
I'll be ready to get back.
Right.
Yeah, by the time guys get back over the summer or whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
I'll be ready to hoop like I want to hoop.
Okay. Okay.
That's me though. Right?
Yeah, you just let me know. I'm there.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. We busy.
Yep.
We got stuff going on, but
Yeah.
it's definitely crossing my mind because if I'm gonna do it, I want to make sure that guys do what they want to hoop. It's not forceful,
Yeah.
That's for fun.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because we love the game, keeps us in shape,
Yeah.
and we can play against some other dudes that think they got it, knowing that we got it.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you what time, but you think you know how to play basketball.
Exactly. Let's see you see us.
Yeah.
If we watch stuff, we ain't playing games. They're still out.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, for sure. So going back to your professionalism, I guess piggybacking off of that, speaking of like playing in DC, you got to meet Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
What was that like?
crazy, bro. 'Cause that's been my favorite player since 2012.
Yeah.
And um, anybody that anybody that knows me knows how much Russ was like a staple for me.
Yeah.
Here's why. Yes, his style of play, but his attitude towards the game and life,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Like just what he's been through, the stigmatism around his game, just playing with KD and James Harden, that OKC team then would have led to.
Yeah, that's
Right. And all the BS that happened to him after KD left and just things he's been through.
Yeah.
And, for me to meet him, have a good conversation with him for about 5-10 minutes, it meant a lot, because he shared a lot of things with me that you and I are talking about. Bet on yourself.
Yeah.
One of his mottos is why not?
Yeah.
Right. And he talked about, man, when you're in this game of life playing basketball, man, you gotta, obviously put God first.
Yeah.
And one of the things he told me, you can't help other people if you can't help yourself.
Hey, that's one of my main quotes.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So him being such a first ballot Hall of Fame player in the league, he uses that to do business. He's a multiple business out in LA.
Oh yeah.
Some of y'all his businesses, clothing line,
That's great.
the fashion week.
That's dope.
And he knows some of the same people that I know because I've done fashion week several times.
Yeah.
So it just correlated so well.
Yeah.
We're the same height, a
Yeah.
little bit more stockier than me.
Yeah. You
But-
look a little taller than him in the picture.
Well, maybe the shoes, but we were then at eye level.
Okay, I got you.
But yeah, man, that moment for me, Josh, was a situation where, man, I got a chance to meet my favorite player and talk to him, and he actually gave me some advice.
Yeah.
That now that I know him, when I see him again, because we connected, we exchanged numbers, or when I see him again, it's this situation where like we can talk about life, we can talk about business as well, because I want to study his business mind. I know we all know I agree.
We know what's on the court.
Right.
It's off the court.
Married, got his kids,
Yeah.
and that's something that I'm striving for as well.
Yeah.
But that was one of I can't even describe it, one of a moment in life for me where it's like, came full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told him my story, and he said he been in the same situation. I'm like, well, coincidence, we all do.
Yeah.
We've been through different
That's how it works.
and
It's what it is.
basketball, we all do.
Yeah.
But that moment meant a lot to me, bro. That's my favorite player.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get a chance to meet their favorite player.
No, yeah. I would like to know what it's like to, meet LeBron.
Yeah, it's tough,
But-
These are guys that we look at, because of the example we see, right? Yes, they're not perfect. I'm sure they make mistakes. We all do. But when you play basketball and you look at guys that seem to set a good example, man, just share, man, just give us some life.
Yeah.
Even a dap up will help.
Yeah.
This energy, put this dap, shaking his hand like, man, this is have that energy transferred to me.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
but it was all love.
Okay.
It was all love.
Word. So you talked about bettering yourself, seems to be like it's Russell Westbrook's motto. Yeah. Definitely my motto. I know it's yours.
Yeah.
Where did that start? Where did you get that from? What does that mean to you?
Yeah. It started back in high school.
Okay.
And for me, just what I went through, being counted out feeling like, you know, being doubted on. I wasn't, not saying I wasn't good enough, but guys were better than me. Just wanted to make a name for myself.
Yeah.
And I used that. I didn't really put it out there until I got to college.
Okay.
And for me, Josh, it was just a situation, like I said, all the story I just laid out here, it allowed me to find something to, if something's going to get done, it has to be on me.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do something, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Time of I said, you want to be good, you got to do it.
Gotta do it.
You got to think about times where if you want to be good as a basketball player, you can't wait on your trainer.
Yeah.
You got to get in the gym and go good.
Yeah.
Can't wait on your coach. Can't wait on your teammates.
Right.
Times where growing up, man, I would, you know, especially playing overseas, or I would come home during the summertime. I had no gym to go to. I'll go out work. I work out outside.
Yeah.
In the hot
Yeah.
summertime.
Yeah.
Like 80 degree. I'll wait till the sun go down 7 p.m. and go outside and go to a local park. I'll use my basketball, my water, and I'm gonna go get it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so just betting on yourself. If you want to get to the next level, you do it, you know, with confidence, with the men above having your back, but go for it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the results are going to show. If you're working hard and you're going to see, man, it's going to show.
Yeah.
So bet on yourself.
As y'all can see, as I see, I invested in myself, but same concept.
Same concept.
You know, very important to do that. What would be your one untold truth? And it could be, you know, talking to other people, saying,
Yeah.
you know, to bet on yourself. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Remember, you know, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Or if you want to say something about yourself, like personally, whatever. What would be a one untold truth that you would want to tell the viewers?
Yeah. Just like everybody else, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I make mistakes. I've learned from them. We all do. I would say, man, I'm still growing as a man.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect. I'm better. And I think as men, we, you know, we're growing every day.
Yeah.
Right? We're learning about ourselves every day through, you know, our jobs, our families, you know, wives, girlfriends, whatever the case may be. But I think if you wake up every day and you have self-affirmations, you tell yourself how great you are, you're going to be just fine. And what I mean by that is, one thing I know I told you is that one of my goals in life is to always continue, number one, be good at people, but always connect with new people.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing as Black men, especially after age 30, there's a study out here that I read about that. Black men at the age of 30, whether you're single or married, that you don't connect with new people.
Yeah. Everyone's telling me.
Because you don't trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You got the same friends from high school in your 20s. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's other guys out here that will love to make new friends and they have a good heart.
Correct.
Right? So I think one untrue truth about me is that at first I was struggling with that because I don't know if I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But from reflecting back and reading a lot of people skills books, being around a business team for the past several years, it allowed me to understand that, man, when you can connect with people and be good to people, it comes back to you. So that's one of my goals from this point on in my life, to be honest, always make new friends of people that are going somewhere in life, of course, not some random dude.
Yeah, I
You
got
know what I'm saying? But if if they have something going on for themselves, they're a good person. You know, they're married, they got a long time girlfriend, they take care of the family. Then that's somebody you want to be around because you can peel something from them, they can peel something from you.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So untold truth, bro, could go a lot of different ways, but still learning to, as a man, to just continue to grow myself. Not perfect, continue to be a good person, to be able to wake up every day knowing that I'm going after life in every way possible.
Yeah.
And this is outside of this, has nothing to do with basketball.
Right.
Like, make that clear.
Yeah.
Basketball has passed me. I'm more than basketball. Like we talked about.
Yeah.
This is just life now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and it's something I'm gonna carry with me. That's something I share with people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great untold truth, because you know people forget that concept.
Yeah.
You know, and my thing is, if you can remember that, you know, everything is going to be, it's just going to be overall better. And understanding, like, okay, I'm 30 now. I'm in my 30s now,
Yeah.
but at some point I want to be 40. Do I want to do I want to be around the same people that was in my 20s around that time, or do I want to be around a Ryan Burnett?
Yeah,
You
you
know?
want to grow, man.
Yeah.
You know, I know. We all go through life, things happen, but you want to be able to grow.
Yeah,
I think growth is in your control.
it is.
I know we live in a world that's divisive. The government, left side, right side. I think when it comes to growth and getting to the next level, it's on you. It's on you, right? We in America.
Yeah.
We're this ain't a civil rights movement.
That's
Right.
yeah.
As much as the country is what it is, and yeah, we've gotten better. We got a long way to go, of course.
Yeah.
But as a man, as a black man, that's all you know, we can grow and
Yeah.
do what we want to do,
Yeah.
and with planning
Yeah.
and number one, being around the right people.
Yeah, yeah. And that's one thing, we talked about this off camera. We're gonna be putting together like a group of UnTold Truth people. And the whole purpose of this is to, like you said, put a lot of like-minded people in the same room.
Yeah.
Not just to feed off each other on a professional level, but to actually have, personal relationships.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a friend.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a brother.
Yeah, it doesn't make you weird, man.
It doesn't.
I was telling you the other day, like we were saying down, like, as men, our ladies rely on us to build them up. Maybe our parents, but who's gonna build us up?
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
got a group of men that can build you up,
Yeah.
and it's not fake.
Yeah.
It matters.
Correct.
Because
It does.
we at the end of the day we are human.
Yeah.
And being tough and rough, bad to
That's
the bone.
That's I mean,
We all have
we
our
stay.
thing points. You know what I'm saying? So it does matter. And I hate that notion around that men can't be that way. We can't be weak and be vulnerable for a moment.
Yeah.
Because it is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's just selfish to have that mindset, especially how with the example that they put on that for black men. It's not even black men.
Yeah, it's been, yeah. But yeah, especially for black men. Yeah, I don't agree with that because,
Yeah.
we I don't want to get into the history of America. Sure, I try to stay away from that for our parents, because people have their own mindset. I know what it is.
Yeah, we don't know.
But yeah, remembering that it's okay for a man to cry.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay for a man to talk about their life experiences, what they've been through, how they overcame it, the healing process.
Yeah.
It's okay to talk about those things.
And men that are trying to be successful are frustrated.
Yeah.
When they're trying to be successful, when they're trying to be great at something, don't get it twisted. The people we look up to that we just talked about, they cried in the background.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
They cried when the cameras was on. Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not all, I'm brush it off and I'll be all right. No, like these are moments in life that we don't get back.
Yeah. For sure.
We want to grow. We want to have that mentality of whatever it is in life you're trying to accomplish. It's okay to be vulnerable.
It's okay.
Because you want to be great at it and go for it. It will be some ups and downs, but it's okay to cry.
It's okay to cry. Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you coming. Yes, sir, man.
I appreciate everybody, bro. Yes, sir. Always. Yes, sir. Always.
Well, you heard it here. Ryan Burnett, good guy, professional. And my thing is not just on the court, also off the court. He was able to transition what he learned from basketball to off the court. So, again, thanks for coming today, bro.
Appreciate everybody, bro.
And we'll see you next time. See you.